This is episode 176 of Pausing the Prophets. Today we are looking at Isaiah 29, verses 17 through 21. And Isaiah writes, "Is it not just a little while before Lebanon will be turned into a fertile field, and the fertile field will be considered as a forest? On that day the deaf will hear words of a book, and out of their gloom and darkness the eyes of the blind will see. The afflicted also will increase their gladness in the Lord. And the needy of mankind will rejoice in the Holy One of Israel. For the ruthless will come to an end, and the scorner will be finished. Indeed, all who are intent on doing evil will be cut off. Those who cause a person to be indicted by a word, and ensnare him who adjudicates at the gate, and defraud the one in the right with meaningless arguments." Last week's condemnation is met with this week's grace, as is the pattern of this section in Isaiah. The deaf will hear, the blind will see, affliction becomes gladness, the needy will rejoice. The reason? God will put an end to the ruthless, the one who brings scorn and all who do evil. At this point, it might be easy to say, well, life is hard now, but one day God will put it all right. This is not untrue, but however true it is, that shouldn't stop us from being God's hands and feet to accomplish this justice. The danger in these short videos is that we lose the forest for the trees. We forget that Isaiah has and will call us to do justice in our own spheres of influence. And while it is true that we must wait for God's final judgment to set all right, this truth does not relieve us of our daily walking in the light of God's character and seeking to look like Him, both in not doing evil, but also in seeking to turn others from their evil. Next week, we'll come back to this passage and look at some specifics and how we are to live before God and others.